Hey, I'm Günseli. I'm in Oxford Circus and I'm here to speak to phonewifey. Okay, so Forever 2021's coming out very soon. Could you tell me a little bit about what's the inspirations behind it?
Kind of where we're standing, I think. Which is to do with like pop music and pop culture being a form of extreme culture. And I think like we're better to sort of like house that idea than Oxford Street.
Just take everything if they got it. Part of the box if you want it.
Yeah. No, I'm sensorily fried as well. But I guess what I'm trying to understand is what makes something that can be popular music extreme, in your opinion?
I think a bunch of features. I think often like pop music doesn't really know how extreme it is necessarily. Like the trends will just start happening, and then there'll be this kind of arms race to one up everything. Be like, okay, like music's like fast now, so like it will go faster, or like things are halftime with a kind of like dubsteppy swagger and a trance synth, so we'll just do that more and more and more. It's like because everything gets built upon, and because things need to make money, and because people are constantly sort of like pilfering ideas and turning them into like sort of mutated self-recursions, that a lot of the most noticeable elements of what has been popular get magnified and exemplified like more and more and more and more and more, to the point where everything's like, oh like
Wish we run like a greyhound. Out the door, I got it on, buy some more. My heart head like a minotaur. Outraged, a minor fool.
I guess I kind of want to know, like, what is it about, like, your background? Like, there's so many different references coming from so many different angles. Like, for me, it just feels like so internet brain, like, proper remix culture of the way, like, the music's expressed. So where does that come from, I suppose?
I think it comes from my proper internet brain remix culture. Like, I mean, like, I've been on you nailed it. Like, I've been on SoundCloud since since forever. Like, I'm kind of an older statesman in this, like, whatever this scene is, whether it's like, I don't know, London internet rap scene, or like what London hyperpop scene, or like whatever the scene is or is called. I've been around doing it for a while. Like, this thing is new, but I've been gigging since I was 16. I've been like making electronic music since college. I played in different bands when I was a teenager. Like, I've made all different types of like dance music and like solo project music. So I think it's just like I think a few years ago I started to realize, like, damn, if I think of a style of music, I can kind of make it. And that is this kind of that to me is kind of crazy.
So what's your favorite Monster? Do you drink Monster?
I'm actually off caffeine.
Shit, I literally know that. So we're rolling.
Phonewifey.
So the title of the album's Forever 2021. Tell me about that.
So the present year, Forever 2021, 2020, well, the shininess of it is like is abrasive and obnoxious on a level that I think like you can't really do that easily through parody. Like, it's weird being an underground artist trying to do pop music because you don't have the access to actually make it, so you have to like come up with these weird sort of side road like things to like to get close to what people with kind of $1 million advances and like gigantic studios and like insane music video budgets are doing, and that's kind of part of the fun, I think.
But I feel what you're saying, because at the same time I feel what you do is you utilize a lot of internet culture, and we're already past the point where internet culture has taken over pop culture, so it's that's a good way of getting around these high budgets, which, to be honest, might be redundant one day.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
Tell me with your hand, makes me really stand trust. Because you bounce, so scared of money. Gonna care and charcoal. We're gonna use it's my logo. Kanye Blade, Louis V, body bag down in the grave. My head's gone by Bombay. Gonna dance like
I want to go back to the contributors on your album. Like, you have a lot of collaborators. How did these people come about?
Some of them are like super close friends, like Ursats I've known for absolutely ages, and like just love Ursats dearly, like a sibling.
whoa, oh, whoa. God forbid I live beyond 50. Whoa, whoa. I often wish that you wouldn't miss me. Counterfeit, but if it don't fit me, holy shit, this world is a mystery.
There's people who I've been working with for a while, like Daniel Rands. Like I've produced a lot for her, and like had songs with her in the past, and like we work super well together. And like she's like pop, like she is a like pop princess, and that is so right for this record. And a lot of people who I've been like wanting to work with, who I reached out to, and who basically every time I kind of like sent a track to someone that I thought like, oh, you'd be really, really good for this project, the response was like, fuck yeah, like put me on.
This is Forever Radio. We're off the beaten track right now. Here to ask Phone Wifey, why here, why now?
Because I can actually hear myself think here. Actually.
You're in a difficult place. It's just you feel a little bit fake, and you fall across the table where you draw, and you stare at all the pages that you tore out again.
I mean, at the risk of sounding tautologist, like it's the material that was in my head now. It's like what I've been thinking about. It's where I feel like I am. Like I'm still in a very collaborative space. Like after Phone Everyone, I kind of kept up that almost to like, I don't want to say to a fault, but almost to a pattern of like making tracks, kind of coming out with like beats and then like sort of hooks or like bits, and then like leaving verses open, and then just kind of like sending them around to people or working with people that like wanted music produced. And it was a very like, I don't know, in a moment when a lot of people are kind of, when a lot of people in the sort of scene like have relationships both good and bad with pop music and the mainstream. Like I guess we're all kind of outside of it looking in to a degree, like paying attention to various degrees. Like there's stuff that I think that I'm pretty like switched on to like the mainstream kind of chart trends, and then I'll look at the top 40 and be like, wow, who the fuck is like half of this? Like I'm not as switched on as I think in those terms, but I'm aware of what's going on, and I like a lot of what's going on as well. So I think it makes sense to me to be writing this material now.
Yeah. I'd love to see that downfall. I'd love to cause a downpour. I'd love to see that downfall, but it never happens.
But I'll tell you, you can tell him now, I've been watching it.